So I think that'll be a little bit different. The emotions, though, that they're going to be there, and you just try to manage them so that they don't cause a lack of focus and a lack of concentration and a big error to occur or a big mistake at a crucial time. But it's going to be a packed house, and everybody's going to be excited. And the way the last game was in '07 was such a exciting finish. It's just lends itself to a great game.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time we've played them, as you said, in the regular season since '02, 9 years ago. What led to getting them back on our schedule?
Well, I think because they're going to be in the new league next year, the Eastern Cincinnati Conference. Coach Stoll felt we were both open week 4, that it just made sense to play instead of travel all over the state and look for a game. Last year we had to play Glenville week 4 instead of a local team, and they came down, and it's a difficult matchup for us, and it's just with travel costs and things like that, it just made sense to play it.
Well, with the way these two teams have always been, even way back in '02 and before that, no matter what the records were, I mean, it's always like a playoff game. It's this is a true backyard brawl, as they say. Mm-hmm. But it should be a fun game. It's going to be like a playoff game.
Yeah, it will be. The kids are going to play hard the whole game, and like I said, it's going to be a big crowd, and it'll hinge on a few plays here and there, and like most football games do, there'll be some big plays, but there's some other little plays that will also have a huge effect on the game, and I think, like I said, I think it's important for us just to get off to a good start. Not necessarily that we have to score a lot of points early in the game, but just to let everything calm down, and not, like the Princeton game when things got out of hand so quickly with turnovers and things like that. We can't afford, obviously, anything like that.
Yeah, Turpin comes in with a record of 2-1. They just beat McNick last week. They beat Wyoming. They lost the first game
to Loveland.
So, I mean, what do you think about the way that they've been playing here the last 2 weeks? They've been playing a lot better.
Playing real well on offense. Connor Jansen's a very good quarterback, and he's a heady player and can throw and run. Milliken kid's a good athlete for them, and Coach Stoll's son's playing tight end. So, they have some skilled kids, and they're able to run the football, and they give you a lot of formations and try to do a lot of different things that way. And then defensively, they're aggressive and they tackle well. So, they are playing well. They're playing with a lot of confidence, and it's definitely a tough challenge for us.
The offense, is it pretty similar to what you faced in the playoffs, or has it changed up a little bit? Or
there's different
things
kids
they can
running
do,
quarterback. I mean, the Martin kids were such good throwers, and Eric we never played against him, but he was a better runner than his older brother. But Ryan could really throw it. Connor's kind of a combination. He's a really good runner, but he can make some good throws as well. They use a lot of formation, just like they did, run a lot of outside zone and jet sweep and things like that. So, we have to be stay in our lanes and be disciplined on defense and not over penetrate and give them cutback lanes.
Are they stronger offensively or defensively? Is it pretty much the same?
I think they're pretty balanced. I think they're pretty balanced. They got a good kicking game, so I think they have an advantage there over us.
What do you think? Being this is a huge game, the keys of the game, is it emotions, no turn? I mean, is it pretty much the same thing we say every week?
I think it's us getting off to a good start and not giving them any big plays and any momentum plays and explosive plays like that. I think if we can do that, kind of let the game come to us, hopefully, we can wear them down a little bit. They do have a few kids going both ways. That'll be important, that we're not chasing them and chasing points all night long. Mm-hmm. If we can stay even or have a small lead, I think it's really important. And we have to be able to run the football this week. They're not near the size of the teams we've been playing up front. And, like I said, they're aggressive, they're good tacklers, but, there's not a size differential that we've been facing the last 3 weeks. So hopefully we can run the ball a little bit and, score some points.
We're going to get into the Anderson Football Alumni Association again. It's something we're very proud of to bring to everybody. And, again, you can contact Coach Keesting, myself, or John Raymond. Basically, it's just getting all the guys to get on the same page, former players, and love the interviews that we get from everybody, and everybody can catch up with that usually at halftime. So if you have any questions or anything, like I said, you can contact either one of us, and it's slowly getting to the point where I think it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah, I mean, I was out there tonight and I ran into Nate Cosman, and he was asking me about things. I've gotten a lot of emails this week from former players because of the Turpin game, and Louis Andreas sent me what he sent me today. It's something like onside kick and never look back, or something. Like that's all it was. It's nothing, and and that's good because guys are following us, and that's what we want because they care about the tradition of Anderson football, and we got to do our better job of upholding that, and hopefully get back on track this weekend. But it's always good to have the former players, and they're always welcome to come to practice, see what's going on.
Well, that as well, even though you're 0-3, you still got everybody that's still definitely behind, and they're not giving. So don't. I know that there's a lot of guys out there that are always following and checking up, and they're always talking to me about it too. So it's
me too. Everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's go ahead and I want to repeat these a few times so people will hear it. These are the times, Dan said it last week, but these are the times that the games are shown on Anderson Community Television, and it's on Channel 22 on the Warner Cable. It's on Mondays at 4 o'clock p.m. Dan's favorite time, Wednesdays at 6 a.m.
Yes.
I'm sure you're up with a bowl of cereal about that time watching it.
I am. I got to exercise, actually.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m., Fridays, 11:30 p.m. So after you go to a Redskin game, you go home and you can catch the game from the week before. Saturdays at 4 o'clock and Sundays at 4:30. So those are excellent time slots for the games. And Redskin Review always appears right before the game.
Yep.
Good.
So, and if you can't make a game, you can always listen to us live on USBNsports.com. And this week Dan was out of town, so it was up to me and Brad to try to get it together. And miracle of miracles, we did somehow get that on the internet. So we couldn't really figure out the answer in the emails, but that was the least of our worries. But we did get it on. So, but if you have someone out of town that can't make the game and is interested in what's going on, tell them about it. It's USBNsports.com, and we do the games live, and along with the Redskin Reviews usually on at halftime. Let's thank the folks who make this broadcast and the football broadcast, the game broadcast possible. The folks up here at Anderson Community Television, we appreciate all their help, the studio and the equipment and the time slots. Thanks to John Raymond, who has really grown into his role as pick on the sidelines. Yep. You didn't get a chance to see it, Dan, of course, but the first one this week, something went wrong with it, but all his reports after that were right on.
Did he chase after Jeff at all yet for an interview?
No,
I can't wait to see that.
I'll talk to him. He's got to grab me.
Thanks to Denise White for everything she does, and again, Dan, you missed out in the booth with the food we had this week, and the football moms, and again, thanks to our crew that helps us every week. We don't get paid for any of this stuff. We're just alumni of Anderson, and we like supporting the football program. It's Ed Barth and Steve Martin and Tim Huntington, and we'll all be there this week, that's for sure. We're looking forward to this. So, Coach, good luck.
Thanks.
We really look forward to it, and it's going to be a fun atmosphere.
Yeah, hopefully we're talking about a victory next week.
Hope so.
Okay. So for Dan Alvarez, Coach Giesing, I'm Greg Ellis. Thanks for joining us on Redskin Review.